Hi everybody, it's Barbie at Nellie Ruth Designs, and today I'm going to do a little organizing. So if you want to stick around and see what I have in this box, it's been quite a while since I've looked in here. It's a large box. Big things often have small beginnings, and I really need to go through it. I'm in the process of not only between my journal that I'm creating and my other videos, I'm trying to take 1 hour a day and go through some of my boxes that have come from my mom's home, her craft room. So when I went through her home, I brought this box down and I just threw a bunch of stuff in it, and then I brought it home and it's been sitting on my shelf. So I thought today I'd have some fun with you and go through it and show you. I have a feeling that what's in this box are all different items that my mom fussy cutted for her decoupage. So this, everything in here goes back to the 1970s. This is the declaration. She obviously was going to do something with this, but I'm not sure what. There's no date on it. So if you'd like to stick around and watch, I think it might be kind of fun. And I just thought I would, whatever I want to, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to go through some of these envelopes. There's even a box in here. I don't know what's in the box. It's kind of a mystery day for me as well. But I think the envelopes, the small fussy cuts, I'm just going to set over here to the left, and the larger items I'm going to set to the right. So I'm just going to start because I have a lot to go through here. We'll see how far I get. Now I know my mom, like I said, she did a lot of decoupage, and she was fussy cutting, I think, before it was even in vogue with all of everyone that does junk journaling. And here we go. We've got some Betsey Clark. I know she was she loved Betsey Clark. And I can remember going to our local Hallmark store with her when I was in the sixth grade, fifth and sixth grade. And we would go to Hallmark and just stand and look at all the Betsey Clark cards. That's kind of bent. I'm going to leave that. But look at her fussy cutting. This is what she did. She did this as well, either when I was in school watching her soap operas or at night when she was watching TV. But look at the intricacy with all of these little leaves and items. I just created a video where I had to do some fussy cutting, and I said I must take after my mother because I was pretty patient. Here's more Betsey Clark. And I remember when she used to do her decoupage, she had a special spray that she sprayed. I remember spraying the cards for her. And I'd have to put 2 layers. You can see where they're kind of glossy. I used to have to put 2 layers on the cards because with the decoupage goop or whatever, she didn't use Mod Podge. She used something else. It was so the colors didn't run. That's just a little card. I don't really need that. Oh, yes, and this must be things. I remember some of these things now. I remember cutting this one out, that little girl. And I'm going to start using these in my collaging. Look at these little rabbits. Little lamb birdie. Oh, this must have been a card. The little, that I can put on my Bible verse cards. Here's some more. Yeah, these are all Betsey Clark. Look at that. You find a Betsey Clark card now, and I think you would be paying a pretty penny. Look at these little for them. That's kind of stuff. There we go. Another little image. Yeah, and I can remember my mom, she would buy 3 and 4 cards at a time because back then they were what, maybe like 30 cents or something. They weren't a lot of money. Maybe on the back. She always cut the fronts off. This must have been, yep, there's nothing there. Put that there. This is a note. Okay, that must be for something to crochet. Here's another Betsey Clark. So I can't tell. I don't know if that was, this is 1975. So this obviously was purchased to cut up. But yeah, she had a lot of Betsey Clark. So I should just do a whole Betsey Clark journal, junk journal. Yep. That goes with that. Look at all of these sweet Betsey Clark cards. These are just adorable. Look at this one. Not doing much of anything except thinking of you. Gosh. And Betsey Clark was actually the artist. So sorry you're sick. Hope you're well. And 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Oh, in loving memory of Stanley P. Allard. That's my dad. Just thrown that in there. Hope your birthday's as bright as a song. 89 cents. Now, if you go on Instagram or eBay, they probably want $6 for that card. God bless America. These are postcards. And how lucky am I? How blessed am I to have all of these sweet Betsey Clark? Okay, so now let me set this aside. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, so my mom made all of my Barbie doll clothes. This I'm definitely going to have to put into, I have that sweater she made. I have these here. Someday I'll have to get my clothes out. I have this. This I have in a black skirt, and this is orange with black trim. I have that. So these must have been the patterns. There's the sweater, skirt and sweater. These must be the pattern pictures that, yeah, and here's the patterns. Doll's Knitted Wardrobe. Look at that. There you go. Isn't this wonderful? I'll never cut these up. I wish I could crochet. My bestie's mom can crochet. I should have her make some of these Barbie clothes. I have that sweater. I have these pants. Very cute. Good memories. Good memories. That one. Doll's Knitted Wardrobe. Yep. Knit 1, purl 2. Okay, so this must be from her, she was going to use in her decoupage, 49 cents. Let's see if there's a date. This has to be from the 70s. I don't see a date. But I bet you I could use these. And if they don't stick, I have my art glitter glue that will definitely stick them down. So let's see, are these yep, directions for application. Cut design out of sheet, dip decal in warm water for 10 to 15 seconds. Remove from water and set aside for about 1 minute. Slide design off backing paper face up onto surface to be decorated. Smooth design with a cloth by rubbing from center to outside edge of decal. So that's what I will have to do. I will have to soak those in warm water. Dip in warm water for 10 seconds. So that would be a fun video to see if these still work and how they work. Here's more. Lots of decoupage. My mom did lots of decoupage in the early 70s. These would be pretty. I could just cut these and use these in my journal as a trim. We have some pretty little, I call them partridges, but they're not. Abagulia. Those are nice birds, though. So those would be nice on the front of a junk journal. So she also saved a lot of cards. She would have fussy cut out around here, and she would have used this in some sort of decoupage. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. And I'm going to get a white piece of paper so you can see the detail. Maybe I can use this. So you can see the detail of just how, now this is true fussy cutting. So look at these little, this is what blows my mind. No wonder my mother went, when she was 98, she could no longer see. She had such terrible macular degeneration. She literally went blind. Now I know why. I want to soak that. But look at this. Look at the cutting on that. Very, very intricate, detailed, fussy cutting. And then she's got this here, that circle, that half circle that she cut out. So she was very industrious. She was always working on something. Oh, these are cute. Okay. Lisa over at Buttons for Brains. This is something you would use on your playing cards. So maybe you should send me your address over in Scotland, and I can send you some of these items because you would love working with them. Look at those birds. There's a partridge. And see, my dad used to partridge hunt, so I would put this in his scrapbook. I'll use that for his scrapbook. And pheasant, he used to go hunting pheasant. My mother was probably going to do something, some plaques for my dad's room with the pheasant and the partridge, because my dad he loved hunting birds. I remember I had a grouse that flew into our window. I have 4 large slider doors, glass doors in our playroom. It overlooks our swimming pool, and a grouse came flying through the yard. And like I said, living in the Adirondacks, we have all kinds of animals, and a grouse will fly at about 40 miles an hour. And I heard this huge thud, and my dad was here, and he goes, "Oh boy." And I said, "What?" He goes, "Come on, let's go take a look." And it was a grouse. It had broken his neck. And he said, do you want to mount her, or do you want to eat her?" And I said, "I'd like to mount her so she could go on the wall." He goes, "All right, put her in your freezer, and we'll take her to the taxidermy when they open up again," because it happened in the wintertime. So I had a dead grouse in my freezer for like 3 months until I could go further north up to the taxidermist. And he did a beautiful job. She's down there hanging on my wall, and she's gorgeous. These would be fun to do something for the 4th of July. My mom she loved birds, loved nature. 25 cents at Toy and Hobby. This would be fun in a collage. This would be nice on a master board. Oh, I remember these. I remember her showing me these. Aren't these cute? Those are very cute. Oh, I've got to do something with these, definitely. How pretty are those? Those would be really pretty in a journal, or just in a scrapbook with the photos. More for 4th of July. Here's her butterflies. So I don't know. This almost looks like I don't know. It's not wrapping paper. This she started to cut. She did love her birds. This is all, you can see how shiny it is. This is where she obviously was going to use this in a decoupage piece. This is pretty. I'll have to fuss. In honor of my mother, I'm going to have to fussy cut a lot of these. Now, these little cards here, she did some, She took eggs and blew them out, and I have this little Santa on an egg with the little nest up above that he's looking at, and that hangs on my Christmas tree. I'll have to show you her eggs someday, if you'd like to see them. If you'd like to see her decoupaged eggs, I'd be more than happy to show everybody. Some more ducks. Lots of pretty, pretty nature decoupage. My mom loved nature. Apple doesn't fall too far from the tree in that respect. This, I remember she made a real pretty oval plaque using this image. It hung in our home for a long time. This is pretty too. Just looks like an old card. Here's a Raggedy Ann. Yeah, some of these things I won't use, so I'll stick them. I've got a couple piles going for a couple gals. I told them I'd send them some things I'm not using, so I'll probably put these in their pile. They can use them. Oh, this is where my mom looks like she used to, yep, take it apart like a napkin so it would be easier to cut and trim. Yeah, so these are all little pieces here of things she was going to cut and decoupage. Oh, this was a restaurant we used to go to. Look at, she took a bunch of their business cards to cut out the flowers. She probably took the grape jellies from restaurants as well. Look at how cute these two little mice are. There's the three wise men. So these are all cards in here. Let's see what else. Yeah, her birds, more birds. These are pretty flowers. Yeah, there's a lot of cutting here. A lot of different things. Pretty flowers. So she also kept her, obviously, her Christmas cards. Another sweet little mouse. Yeah. And like me, you know, she never was able to use all of this her entire life. She was, you know, what do they say? The road is paved with good intentions. Yankee Magazine. Okay, so this here, all right, let's take this out. Oh, and these are her, which I can't wait to use in some of my journals. And Missy, if you're watching, I think I'll send some of these to you as well. These here are really cool. My mom made beautiful jewelry boxes, decoupage jewelry boxes. And these were the trim, the gold trim on the top and along the bottom of the sides. But these are a lot of fun to use in your artwork. They're old, they're brittle. I have tried to use them in the past, and they do break on you. So, all right, so let's see here. She has this tied up. Let's see what she's got in here. Oh, these are pretty. Look at these little gold. These are corner. These would be pretty in your junk journal on the corner of your paper. And she used to put these on the corner, again, of her decoupage boxes that she made. That's a nice image. I'm going to save that and put that in my Bible. That's a really pretty image. So that's going to go way over here. That will go in my Bible. Pattern for tote bag lining. Okay. She made tote bags, so that's a pattern. Okay, so wow. Okay, Julie, here we go. So here's some more of her fussy cutting. And again, I'm going to move this out of the way. And we will perform some surgery here. And I still haven't even been in this box. So we're only at 19 minutes, so that's good. So I just want to show you some of the items here that I will definitely use in my artwork. But She did beautiful cutting. She really took her, and she didn't use an X-Acto knife. I think I have the scissors. Let's see. No. No, they're downstairs. The scissors that she used were probably very similar to these here. But they were straight, and then they had a dip down to them. But you can see how pointed these are. So she used something like that. But to me, it's just incredible because there's no white showing. And to cut all of the bird feathers out, I know it took an extraordinary amount of time. Oh, this poor, I'll have to do some surgery on this because his tail is missing. So I'm going to have to carefully go through it. But look at this one that she cut. It's just, now see, and it's brittle. I just broke that branch off. But look at that little bird. Yeah, and she kept everything in her little meat packaging. She loved to save her meat. And it is a good idea if you get hamburger or your pork chops, and they come in these styrofoam containers, save these containers because I use them all the time, especially for my paints and things like that. So let's see this one. What is the next one? Oh, these are all Christmas. So you can see here a little Santa. We've got some cute little animals here. Look at that, the little chipmunk. Yeah, she was a busy girl. Well, my dad traveled a lot with his work when he was a window designer. He would especially in the winter, he would throw a suitcase in his, because he traveled all over. His territory was all of New York State. So in the wintertime, he would just say, "Yep, Jewel, I'll see you on Friday," and he'd take his suitcase and throw it in his car, and he'd be gone to work because there was no sense for him, especially in the wintertime. The roads were so bad and the storms we used to get. So she probably sat at night when I was upstairs doing whatever, and she probably sat and cut. So these are some Christmas ones that will be cute. I'm going to have to do what Liz, why did I call her Lisa? What Liz does in Buttons for Brains, and work on some of the playing card. And I'm not gonna take this apart, but look at all of these fussy cuts. Look at these sweet little bunnies with I don't know if they're apples or oranges. Look at this one. Very, very, very cute. So yeah, she was, look at the tail. Look at how she took her time with the tail, that little mouse. So what do you think, Liz? I think these would be really cute on some playing cards. Look at that. Look at how very intricate cutting around there. Yep. So we have that one. And then this one here. Lots of little things here. I really have to go through these carefully. Oh, this is pretty. This is that'd be pretty in a journal. That is just hanging on literally by a thread there. I'd have to figure out how to get that off. That's just some extra paper stuck on there. She has all of these. Yep. So I always said she was the queen of fussy cutting before it was popular. Oh, look at these flowers. So we have lots of things that are, look at that. cut there. Yeah, these are very pretty. I may end up using a lot of these in my mother's scrapbook with her photos. I think that would be a nice way to display her photos. And then, I mean, she's the one that cut all these out, so they should go on her pages with her photos of her. Look at that. So I have this whole lot here. All right, and then the last thing in this box is, let's see, what are we, oh boy, what do we have in here? More fussy cutting. Here's your fruits, cherries. We have cherry, look at that. God bless you, Mom. All of this work. Okay, put that there. Oh, these are little tiny. These must be teeny tiny ones. I don't know if I'll keep those. That's probably for her eggs. Here she has labeled birds. What do we got in here? Whoop. Oh, look at these. These are just lovely. This is a large one. Where's my... I'll use this envelope. Look at that. That's beautiful. And she has 2 of those. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh, there's more Betsey Clark. Oh, God bless you, Mom. I'm definitely going to have to do a Betsey Clark journal. Actually, I have 2. I have my Betsey Clark scrapbook from when I was in middle school. There's nothing in it. I should make that into a journal and use these on the pages. Look at that. I feel like one of those historians where I should have the gloves on and not touch anything. And this is a wonderful one too. Look at here. Look at her by the, oh my goodness, the 2 friends by the campfire with doing their little s'mores. Look at that. Oh dear. I'm going to start to get teary-eyed here in a minute. All of these. And yeah, she couldn't do just one. She had to do 2 or 3. See that with the music stand and, oh, Mom. Ah, Mamma Mia. My special, special Mamma Mia. So you can kind of see why I kind of brag about my parents all the time when I'm doing my videos. Look at that. Just beautiful. Oh, here's some wrapping paper, which I still have sheets of. She had lots of sheets of wrapping paper. Yeah, I'm definitely... Look at the Betsey Clark. Oh, my, 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 my. Look at this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, she got the front covers of the date books. I have 2 of these up on my shelf. I do collect Betsey Clark. I love Betsey Clark. And I had one of my Instagram friends from Texas. She sent me a whole box one time. I got a beautiful little Betsey Clark mug and playing cards. And she was a real love. Sunny sent me a beautiful little package of Betsey Clark. Look at that. Oh, mama, mama, mama mia. More Betsey Clark. Look at this. Those are cute. There's a lot of fussy cutting going on here. I can feel it coming on. And look at who worked with napkins back in the 70s like they do today. My mom did. Look at those. I'm going to have to make some tags or something with those. My mom did. I swear she was way ahead of her time. This looks like Xmas. Beautiful little images here. Oh gosh. This is just the right size for playing cards, huh, Liz? Just the right size for playing cards. Some of these are kind of stuck together, so I won't go through all of them because I don't want to rip them. Look at that. So that is all Christmas. So she definitely had a stash where she could just go and whatever she wanted to make, she could just choose from. Tiny, tiny. These were definitely for the decoupage eggs because look at how tiny these Santas, these images are. And I have a lot of her blank eggs, plain eggs. This is a Betsey Clark envelope. I should do something with her eggs. Try to make some more decoupage eggs in honor of her. Give some as gifts. More Betsey Clark. Oh, God love you, Mom. Look at that. God love you. Oh, I remember these. These sweet little images. I think I was in the 7th grade when I think we cut those out together. More Betsey Clark. Oh, look at these. Little mice and flowers. So you kind of get the gist of my mom's crafting and fussy cutting. That looks like that card we had before. More birds. These are pretty. So I definitely, there is no plaque size, so she must have cut that out for a small plaque. There's no shortage at my end for fussy cut images to work with, and I definitely, there's more Betsey Clark. I definitely do not need to make any more purchases of anything to find little images too. She really liked those cards. They must have come in a box set to cut out and use, because all I have to do is go, I will get this organized and use my mom's stash. So many pretty, pretty cards. More Christmas. All her little Christmas ones. More birds. Yes. Flowers. Yeah, those are pretty, those roses. Oh, isn't this adorable? Isn't she sweet? Look at her. So there you have it, my friends. You've got the gist of it. And when I say my mom, I mean, if she did beadwork, she has just as many beads. If she did counter cross stitch, she has every single thread color. And between her and I've got 2 of each thread color now. Yarn for crocheting, so she did it all. She was quite a gal, and I was really blessed to have her. God really chose a great mom for me, and I thank him every day. So, yeah, so there you have it. That concludes the show and tell of all of my mom's fussy cutting from the 70s. And I hope you liked it. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up. And I would love to, get some comments and hear what you have to say. And if your mom was into decoupage, I'd love to hear about it as well. I love to chat with all of you. So I'm going to sign off, everybody. And until my next video, I will find some more fun things to craft, to show, and we will go from there. All right, my friends, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.